Molly-Mae Hague has detailed the moment an emotional fan burst into tears after meeting her shortly after getting her lip fillers dissolved. The former Love Island star, 22, told how a woman was left crying her eyes out in front of her because she was so pleased about the effect that her filler removal had on her children, with Molly admitting she didn't realize the effect it would have. Molly's comments came during her interview on the Diary of a CEO podcast, the same podcast she made her controversial tone-deaf comments on wealth inequality and poverty. Fix up, look sharp like Molly-Mae in Pretty Little Thing. £30 Pretty Little Thing crop blazer. Shop it here. By now it's becoming increasingly apparent that Molly-Mae Hague has the wardrobe of our dreams. From new seasoned Bottega Veneta to vintage Fendi, the Love Island star has no shortage of high-end brands at her fingertips. But that doesn't mean that she's not a high street girl at heart. After collaborating with the Brit brand for several years, Molly made history last year when she became the creative director of Pretty Little Thing UK. Earlier this week the Styles star took to the gram and posed in this stone-hued set from PLT's current collection. Comprising a cropped blazer with wraparound detailing and relaxed fit trousers, this suit perfectly toes the line between smart and casual. Make it yours by clicking the product images now. Alternatively, peruse our edit for similar cropped blazers from the likes of Maniere d'Ivoire, Luxe to Kill, Topshop and more. Mail Online may earn commission on sales from these product links. Now get one like it previous next. £28 Pretty Little Thing trousers. Buy now. £30 I saw it first cropped blazer. Buy now. £39. 99 Maniere d'Ivoire cropped blazer, now reduced to £19. 99, buy now. £42 Luxe to Kill cropped blazer. Buy now. £50 Topshop cropped blazer at ASOS. Buy now. Speaking during the chat with podcast host Stephen Bartlett, Molly-Mae explained the huge impact her decision to revert back to her natural lips had on young fans and indeed their parents. Detailing how she felt, she explained, "I literally felt the prettiest I'd ever felt once it had all gone. I didn't realize how much respect that would get me. I didn't do it for respect, I did it for myself. I didn't do it for anyone else, I did it because I knew that I needed to." On the emotional reaction her new look had, she went on, "I actually had a mum come up to me when I was visiting Hitchin with my mum. She came up to me in the street crying her eyes out. She said, she was so grateful to me for doing what I did with my filler because she's so happy about the effect it had on her children. My mum started crying. It was all like emotions. My mum, when the woman walked away for us, said I'm so proud of you." Molly went on to say that she didn't realize the effect it would have on so many people before going on to discuss her role as Pretty Little Thing's creative director. The social media star admitted in the podcast that she didn't recognize herself by the time she reached the age of 21, having had a variety of cosmetic procedures done. Influencer Molly-Mae has had her lip and jaw filler dissolved and her composite bonding veneers removed, saying she's terrified of myself when she looks at past pictures. She said, "I wouldn't say I got addicted to it, but by the age of 21, I didn't look like the same person. I literally looked like a different person. When I look back at pictures now, I'm terrified of myself. I'm like, who was that girl? I don't know what happened. But there was this one pivotal moment where I'd gone and got loads of filler and I posted a YouTube video and I hadn't let the filler settle and it was really swollen, and a screenshot from that video, it trended on Twitter for weeks. It was horrendous. It was utterly horrendous. My face was literally like, it was just awful. That was the moment for me as well where I was like, I think things need to change. I thought, one day I'm going to get my lips dissolved. It was a process. I went and got my lips dissolved and I posted about it on YouTube and I didn't expect the response that I got. It was huge. Amid the same podcast chat, which was first aired on YouTube on December 13, Molly sparked controversy with her comments as she insisted she'd worked my absolute AE off to get where I am now and said everyone has the same 24 hours. In the wake of the backlash she received, Molly-Mae garnered support from an unlikely ally in the form of small business MP Paul Scully. The Conservative minister, 53, waded into the row on Friday, stating an aspirational approach to life is no bad thing. Asked if her comments were fair, Paul told LBC, "I think it is, but I think you've got to define success. Because some of the comments that I was hearing in the lead-up to my piece on this was about money, but success doesn't necessarily equal money. It can be, you know, furthering your job, whether it's in public service or whatever. And I think an aspirational approach to life is no bad thing. What we've got to make sure, though, is that opportunity is equally distributed around the country. And that's why the leveling up agenda that we often talk about in government is so important to make sure that those 24 hours can be matched by the opportunities by education and business across the country." However, Paul's support for Molly-Mae has led to further backlash for the star as graffiti calling her Tory scum has appeared close to Pretty Little Thing headquarters in Manchester. The white spray paint appeared on Wednesday on the side of a Sainsbury's store in central Manchester, close to PLT's offices, with the clothing giant assigning Molly the creative director role last year. An image of the offending graffiti was shared to Manchester's students group on Facebook, alongside the caption, "Right, I'm off to Big Sun to do some cringe graffiti, anyone want anything?" The post garnered mixed messages from Facebook users, with one sarcastically writing, "A good use of your 24 hours in the day." With another sharing, "Sounds like something a Tory would say." However, some users were in support of Molly, with one person writing, "And this exactly what she's referring to. Use your time to benefit your mind and pocket. This was wasted energy. Grow up." It comes after Molly-Mae posted a statement on Monday afternoon insisting she only wanted to inspire her fans with her success story. She wrote, "I wanted to come back online today as normal, but I feel like before I do I just wanted to say this. When I say or post anything online, it is never with malice or ill intent. I completely appreciate that things can affect different people in different ways, however I just want to stress that I would never intend to hurt or upset anyone by anything that I say or do." She added, "I apologize to the people that have been affected negatively or misunderstood the meaning of what I said in the podcast. The intentions of the podcast were only ever to tell my story and inspire from my own experience. Love to you all, always X." An interview, which was first shared on YouTube on December 13, went viral last Wednesday when it was shared on Twitter. In the clip, Molly, who last year was named the creative director of clothing brand Pretty Little Thing, a title with a 7-figure salary, said, "You're given one life and it's down to you what you do with it. You can literally go in any direction. When I've spoken about that in the past I have been slammed a little bit, with people saying it's easy for you to say that because you've not grown up in poverty, so for you to sit there and say we all have the same 24 hours in a day is not correct. But, technically, what I'm saying is correct. We do. She went on, I understand we all have different backgrounds and we're all raised in different ways and we do have different financial situations, but I think if you want something enough you can achieve it. It just depends on what lengths you want to go to get where you want to be in the future. And I'll go to any length. She then added, I've worked my absolute AE off to get where I am now. Molly-Mae's subscribers took to the comment section of her latest YouTube video last week to share their opinion of the backlash the influencer has faced, with some choosing to hit the unsubscribe button. Taking to the comment section, one wrote, you have done really well for yourself, but undoubtedly saying that we all have the same 24 hours came across awfully because we really don't. Privilege is so real in today's world. Some people work ridiculously hard but have barriers to success such as family background, racism, etc. While another follower added, Molly, I've supported you through and through since Love Island, but I'm so hurt by what's said in the podcast. I can comprehend that perhaps you don't mean it in the way it came across, but the point being is that it came across in a really terrible way. Unsubscribing. What reflection on how our society awards idiots. Meanwhile, many of those who make a meaningful contribution struggle, typed a third. A fourth subscriber chimed, completely out of touch and deluded. It's embarrassing to listen to her speak on the matter because she just consistently exposes how sheltered and ignorant she is. A spokesman for the star told Mail Online last week that Molly acknowledges that people are raised in different ways and from different backgrounds and that she never meant to offend. A statement read, Molly did a podcast interview in December about her own rise to success. If you listen to the full conversation and interview, Molly was asked about how the nature of her potential grows and how she believes in herself. This part of the interview was discussing time efficiency relating to success. Molly refers to a quote which says we all have the same 24 hours in a day as Beyoncé. She was discussing her own experience and how she can resonate with this specific quote. Her opinion on if you want something enough you can work hard to achieve it is how she keeps determined with her own work to achieve more in her own life. Molly is not commenting on anyone else's life or personal situation, she can only speak of her own experience. She acknowledges that everyone is raised in different ways and from different backgrounds, but her comments here are in reference to timing, hard work and determination in her own life. If you listen to this interview you can see the whole conversation was about her own personal circumstances, how she has grown up, and this small clip in the conversation was talking about a quote that inspires her. Social media users have shared a short snippet from this interview with words such as if you are homeless buy a house and if you are poor be poor. These are absolutely not Molly's words, these are not Molly's thoughts, and this isn't at all the meaning or thought behind that conversation. Dragon's Den star Stephen Bartlett defended Molly-Mae Hague after she was crucified over her controversial comments. Entrepreneur Stephen, 29, who interviewed Molly for the podcast, waded into the debate, suggesting the backlash was a result of sexism as he called out the double standard that successful women face from critics. Taking to Twitter on Friday he wrote, Molly-Mae did an interview on my podcast yesterday. A soundbite from that interview went viral, she trended no. 1 on Twitter, every newspaper covered it and MPs weighed in. I've had male guests say what she said. no one cared. But when Molly says it, she's crucified. Crazy. He continued, I have become aware of the double standard that successful women face. If I interview a man, he can brag about money, take full credit for his success and talk about his cars. If I interview a successful woman, she's got to tiptoe around her success and watch her words.